Namaskaram everyone, this is Vishwaksen and welcome to Vaka Talks, where we talk about mental health and emotional well-being in different kinds of relationships. We are doing a series on Devi Mahatmyam and trying to learn from it to improve our mental health and our emotional health and better our relationships through it. So let's talk about the 16 generals that Mahishasura sends. If it is just a story, it could be some random number, right? 16. Sumedar need not have specifically mentioned each of them by name, but he does. The reason being that we need to look into the names. The names are very important. So the first, I have a list. Not this is not necessarily in any particular order, but let's talk about the names of the generals and see what they represent. The first we talk about Chiksura. Chiksura deals with half or incomplete knowledge. So when there is incomplete knowledge, it is very easy to distort the analysis and move it in a direction that is not what the knowledge is. So half knowledge is more dangerous than no knowledge. Madhu and Kaitava basically talks about tamasa pravritti, which is no knowledge technically, but they are asuras. And over here, half knowledge. Over there, at least we could sit aside and let someone else take care, but here we cannot. We need to pay attention to improve our knowledge and to learn more and to reach out to a guru who can explain to us properly rather than coming to different analysis and distorted analysis by ourselves. Then comes chamara. Chamara means thick skinned, hide or skin. So it is talking about thick skinned, being insensitive to others, being being neglectful, being insensitive, invalidating someone else's feelings. So not realizing that someone else can be hurt. So these pravritis, these generals, we need to check within ourselves. If we have these, we tend to become toxic ourselves by employing these generals. And the toxic people in our lives employs the same tendencies to hurt us. So, and the third general we talk about Udagra. It is basically self elevation, talking, elevating themselves, talking about themselves, their past victories, laying on their laurels, something that they have won. Oh, did you know that I was the first one uh, to crawl in my or to walk in my daycare center? That has nothing to do with you as an adult. Did you know that I was able to I was in the 95th or 98th percentile in my speech. I was very quick to talk. Okay, fine, good for you, but that has nothing to do as an adult. So laying on the laurels, even if they have achieved high positions and high achievements, just talking about them constantly. And when we do that, we will develop ahamkaram as well. And when people do that, that's what happens. And elevating them is, at least there are people who talk about their own achievements, but that is still acceptable to an extent. They want to ask for recognition in some cases, but a lot of people talk about, oh, do you know who my father is? Do you know which family I belong to? Do you know who my friends are? They don't even talk about their achievement. They basically shine on someone else's achievements and expect attention and respect for that. So that is Udagra. And then we come to Mahahanu, big mouth. So they basically promise a lot of things, big promises, and that are not practical. They just want us to believe them. So big mouth about themselves as well, praising themselves, and being false promises, giving false promises, creating a false future, faking future. Future faking comes over here very easily. Now we are looking at all these terms in psychology, but there have been spoken about in our Puranas. Then we talk about Asiloman. Asiloman means with sharp body hair, very having daggers for body hair, and this actually is something that is someone being very abrasive in their nature, someone who does not who is not approachable. Like you would not approach someone who has daggers all over their body, right? So because you are scared for yourself. So this is what Asiloman means. Then we come to Baskalas. Baskala is basically loose morals for someone who lies, someone who lies constantly. So these are all tendencies of narcissism, and and the next week we talk about Parivarita or Pravarita or Parivarita is surrounding themselves with people of like-mindedness, or being completely uh, or rejecting something that does not fit their their accepted view. They will not accept an opposing view and investigate. They have made up their mind, so there is no changing their mind. And a lot of times it is based off of false knowledge, false information, and half truths. So they have fixed, they have decided before even discussing with the other person. They have decided what is the thing, and then they they only surround themselves with people who agree to that. Duryodhana, it's not that people have not given him good advice, he just rejects good advice, even including Shakuni. Shakuni has given him good advice, but he does not accept it. And he only surrounds himself with people who who basically supports his own agenda. That's the same. That's what Parivarita means. Then we come to Ugrasya, is fierce faced. So it's talking about looking very angry, and why do you want to put on an angry face? You want the other person to be frightened of you. You It's like, oh, that's just their face. No, it's not just their face. That is a face that they choose to put on. So a face that is very very serious and uh, trying to cause terror and fear in the other person. It is not a normal serious face. It's not a serious face when you're involved and thinking about something working. It is it is a face that you put on to kind of uh, to cause fear in other people. We'll talk about the other eight generals tomorrow, and these are the tendencies that we talk about. Toxic people, we talk about narcissists, we talk about the same generals of Mahishasura. It's the same thing, and that is why it is we need to look at the names very very carefully. We need to look at look at the text from various angles. It's not just, it's very easy. Okay, Durga came, she killed all the generals, and she, you can say like, oh, she beheaded some, she pulled out the arms of others, she threw their heads to jackals uh, to feed on. That is just talking about the gore, but there is also a hidden meanings. Otherwise, why would someone specifically give talk about a particular person in the Puranas? Because they have some importance over there. If you like my content, please hit the like button and share your experiences in the comment section below, and please share my videos with people you feel would benefit from my content, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Until we meet again.